Alright y'all, I'm back with another read with the trees. Well, I guess this is not read with the trees. I'm back with another fruit with the trees. I got some papaya today. Of course, you know, the showstopper, the co-host, some watermelon. As I start eating, it's over for this lip, so get into the lip. I'm doing the 3-tone lip. We have black, plum, and pink, baby pink. Getting to the haircut. I had cut my hair into a little bob when I was in America because I was getting tired of the little straggly pieces, and I had just recently did wigs on my locks, so I just needed a whole new look. I'm going for a whole new look. So this is how I turned out, and I like it. It took a little getting used to at first, but I'm happy with the results. Today I want to talk about, first I got my water with me, y'all. Very necessary, it's so hot. Today I want to talk about my trip to America. I took like notes on the things that I was experiencing or the things that I was thinking about while I was there, but I may not go through every bullet point. In my mind, I was gonna go through every bullet point and talk about everything, but me being a private person, like a private but also telling person, I don't think I'm going to go over every single thing. So first I'm gonna eat some fruit. So we have our infamous, the showstopper, the co-host, watermelon, as usual. I'm probably gonna eat this with a spoon and try not to mess up my lip as much as possible. Let's see what happens. I was in New York for most of my time. One of the for sure bullet points is, why the fuck do y'all have so many rats? When did all of these rats come to New York City? I don't remember that many rats. That was like the highlight of my trip, the fucking rats, like everywhere. Like I forgot where I was somewhere. And I was taking the train back to the east side. It was late night. It probably was like 1 or 2 in the morning. I remember I was. I was walking down the street after I got off the train, and I swear to God, it was so many fucking rats. It was probably like 60 or 70 rats on like that one street that I was walking down. Like I had to like make noise so the rats could scurry out the way so I could walk. And the guy was a guy across the street. I didn't see him, it was mad dark, but he was across the street on a stoop, and he just started laughing because he knew what I was doing. Like that shit is so crazy. I cannot believe y'all are living like that. Oh my God, gosh, that's terrible. I don't think I could do this with a spoon, y'all. I think I'm gonna have to just go ahead and do it G style. The spoon is getting in the way of what I'm eating. It's getting in my way. Let me go over these bullet points. Trip to America. So I tried black seed oil for the first time, and black seed oil is supposed to be good for like all of these things, whole bunch of things. I'll list the things that the black seed oil is good for somewhere right now. So I tried black seed oil for the first time, and it tastes like perfume. That was like my first initial thoughts, like, oh, this tastes like perfume. But is it something I can do every day? Yes, I've been doing it every day since I wrote that note, which was probably like June something, maybe like the 10th. I've been taking it every day or every other day, every day that I can remember. Very consistent, let's just say that. I've been very consistent with taking it. Since I've been back home, I've been doing it with oregano oil. So 1 teaspoon of black seed oil, 1 teaspoon of oregano oil in the morning with some water, and my chlorophyll, of course. Why is there so many people all the time everywhere? One of my notes literally says, people are fucking stupid and can't drive. Sentiments of everybody that's there. I know you guys feel the same way. I remember when I used to drive, it reminded me that I used to drive a lot. I used to drive for Uber, and yeah, driving is very ghetto out there. I don't know how y'all survive. I kept thinking about like, oh my God, I want to get on my bike. Like, where's my bike? I just want to go from point A to point B like real quick. and I have to like call a Lyft, call an Uber, get a ride. Like, it was annoying as hell, frustrating as hell. I really tried to keep my anxiety level to a calm minimum. I think I'm mentally prepared to go to America for the most part as far as anxiety, because I know y'all are under duress and stress. And well, not everybody that's watching this video, some of y'all are in different countries, but I kind of mentally prepared, like, okay, I'm gonna be there. I need to kind of ground myself enough to be able to withstand the anxiety and stress and all the shit that's going on. So before I left, I did go to the beach just to like kind of talk to the water, get my feet in the sand, and prepare to travel to the States. It's definitely something that you need to prepare for. Here come the clouds. One lesson that I definitely came back with, something that I already knew, of course, but a lesson that I was reminded of while I was in the States was to not force anything. So when things are naturally feeling like there's like blockage, or if there's something that you feel like is stopping you from going to that next step or going to that next destination or your next space or place, I definitely was reminded then to like not force anything, to make sure you're just always in flow. And I think that's what really kept my anxiety and my stress level really like at bay, because I was constantly thinking, let me just let this go. If there's something stopping me or blocking me, like for example, I was supposed to do my event out there, a wellness workshop. I had a bunch of beautiful sisters that were all gonna come together, do this beautiful wellness workshop, but it was a lot of outside of my control things that were happening, and I could have in those moments been super stressed and panicking and all over the place like I typically would have been had I not have grounded myself before I left, or had I been in that environment for a pretty long time. I typically would have been under duress and stress, but something, my inner me or my inner peace was just telling me, you know what, the easiest thing, that natural thing to do, and the easiest thing that'll help this flow is that you just cancel it. Like, just, if you're getting too many roadblocks, just take a pause, just stop. It's really just redirection, and that's really what the short story of it is. The short version of it is, when you have too many roadblocks, when there's too many things in your way, when there's too many signs of you being blocked from what you're trying to do, it's really just redirection. You see the butterfly that passed? That was confirmation, because it's true. Redirection is okay. Redirection can be gentle. Redirection doesn't have to be this big old stressful moment. Redirection doesn't have to be disappointing. Redirection does not have to be a failure. Redirection is not failure. It does not equal. Redirection is a nice way of just saying not right now. So that happened with a couple of things, not only my workshop, but a couple of things happened while I was out there, and it made me realize, okay, sometimes when I'm here in Mexico, I feel like I'm stressed or I'm having a bad day and things like that, but the reality is, being there in the States, it made me realize how grounded I actually really am, and how much more grace I need to give myself, because I actually am doing good. Like, I'm actually doing good with my spiritual self, with my emotional self, and I should be proud of myself. I should be rewarding myself more. And yeah, those are the few lessons that I did learn. So this one's kind of funny, because of course, like, you know, I'm back in the city, you know, people are hollering at me, I'm pretty, you know, I got a new little hairdo. I've gotten so many compliments on my hair, by the way. Like, I forgot how Harlem is. Like, Harlem is literally the place to be, and men love you out in Harlem. Like, I totally forgot the idea of like men always calling me beautiful every fucking 5 steps. Like, I totally forgot that was a thing. I appreciate that. I needed that. I love that. I felt all of the love when I was back home. Every time I walked out the house and I was walking down the street, somebody was like, oh, your hair's so beautiful, you're so beautiful, your hair's so beautiful, I love your locks, queen, I love your locks, empress. Yes, honey, it was on. I love that about the city. But another thing, along with the guys complimenting, there's also guys that's gonna holler. And you know, I like to meet people and make friends and shit. Are women accepting, this is a note from me, are women accepting meals in exchange for sex? Is that what y'all out there doing? It's giving very much crackhead. Like, if y'all are okay with a man taking you to get food or dinner, and then like you feeling obligated to give them sex, or them making you feel obligated to give them sex, y'all are not doing good, and that is not what you should be accepting in exchange for sex. If you knew how powerful you were, if you knew how powerful sex was, you would not be exchanging it for food. It's food in the house, baby. It's food in the house. You don't have to exchange for sex. And the reason why I'm saying this is because some guy really like offered to take me to get food, which was cool. Like, I had money in my pocket. It was food in the crib. Like, I didn't really need to go get food with you, but you know, I'll accept the offer. Come on, let's go get some food. And it wasn't even like a crazy like, oh, let's go to a fancy restaurant. It was on some like, oh, let's go grab something to eat type shit, like up the street. And this man was on the way there, and I ain't gonna hold you, I wasn't even really trying to talk to him. I was really into his friend more anyway. But on the way there, on some like, oh, so is we gonna go to my house afterwards? No, we're not going. Where's at your house? I'm not going to your house. I'm not. What are you talking about? You're about to buy me pizza, bro. Like, you think I'm gonna fuck you for pizza? I don't know. If men are brave enough to be talking about this and doing this, women are accepting that shit. I know y'all are accepting this, and I just want for my sisters to do better, queens. Please. You have to really tap into who you really are. Love yourself, know yourself. Unless you're just really down, unless you're just really just trying to have sex, you really just want to fuck, that's a different situation. Because, you know, we be like in our moods too. Girls need love too. So I get it. Like, we be wanting to do that too, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna go deep into it because I would just repeat myself, so I just can't. We have to do better as women if this is what we're accepting for our bodies. I'm not exchanging my body for anything, for nothing. There's nothing that you can give me to exchange. Unless I want to, I will. If I don't want to, I won't. There's nothing that you can offer me. Please understand that. Next note. New York niggas don't eat vegetables. I mean, every New York nigga I met was like, I don't eat vegetables. I'm allergic to vegetables. Why y'all don't be eating vegetables, babes? Oh, I was just talking about this before. The path of least resistance will lead you to where you want to be. So this is what I was talking about before. Anything with the least resistance, the least roadblocks, the least you gotta push, the least you gotta try, the least you gotta work for, is the path that you should always be taking. If it's an easy road to walk, you should always take the easy road. You don't necessarily need to take the hard road. It's definitely a misconception that we need to struggle in order to achieve, in order to succeed. You don't have to struggle to succeed. That's not, those two do not always have to be in relation to each other. You can take an easy way as long as you pay attention, take a pause, and stop when you are having resistance. When you're having resistance and you stop, you will be successful when you pay attention to those signs. Because then you'll realize, oh, I'm not supposed to be going this way. You'll see the other roads when you take a pause. You'll be like, oh, I'm supposed to be going that way. All right, let me just go that way. Now let me go down the path of least resistance. My mission and my purpose when I went back home was to clean out my storage and kind of go through and get rid of, give away, and take some things that I wanted to keep and get rid of the things I didn't want to keep. So in that, it was a picture of my mother holding me when I was a baby. My mother is in the spiritual world right now, so she's an ancestor at the moment. Brought what I wanted to bring home into my suitcases. I'm here now, I'm home, and I don't know, yesterday for some reason, something just said, open the back of this picture. Like, I've been home for a week now, or a week and a day. Like, you know how you open the back of a picture frame and the picture's inside? So I opened the back of the picture and it was a note back there that I did not remember writing. There was no date on the note, and I hate that it was no date on the note because I know that I used to always write dates on notes all the time, and I didn't write a date on this note. But the note was so beautiful. It was a note to my ancestors. I knew that in those moments that I was living in 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, those moments that I was living and the place that I was living in and places I was working, I knew that that wasn't my final destination. And it takes a lot of bravery and it takes a lot of courage to actually step into the truth of where your life is supposed to be going, to step into your purpose, and to it takes so much bravery, because there's so much fear associated with letting go of systems that you think are the right way to live, letting go of the ways that people are telling you to live. Go to work, get married, have kids, buy a house, all this stuff that is systematically like put into us, the American dream, so to speak. It didn't fit for me. And I'm saying all that to say, the note that I wrote to my ancestors was just asking for the guidance and putting into and telling them that I'm going to put in the work, and I'm going to put in the faith, and I'm going to put in the trust, because I've always been held, I've always been blessed, and I know that when I take these steps down this path, that I will always be held, and I will be recognizing them, and they will be recognizing me, and I will continuously be blessed and held in this journey. I don't even remember when I wrote it, but it just reminded me of, wow, like I really am on the right path. And whatever told me to open that, it must have been my mother that said, look at this picture, open it right now, because it really put me in a different place, in a different mindset. It kind of shifted me back to my reality of, oh yeah, like this is what you're meant to be doing. Trust this process. Everything's going to turn into exactly what it's supposed to be. It just is all about when. So I have a big image in my head about where I want to be. I visualize it every single day. I know where I'm supposed to be. And so sometimes, because I know where I'm supposed to be, I know that I'm not there right now, I kind of get discouraged, or I get sad or upset. But the reality of the situation is, 4 years ago, I prayed for what I have right now. And technically I was reminded of the journey that I have been on. I was reminded to be grateful. I was reminded to trust. I was reminded to have gratitude, and I'm happy, and I need those reminders, because I don't have a lot of people in my corner who's telling me, oh, you got this. You know, people look at people like me and they automatically assume, oh, she's doing good, she's strong, she's got this. So nobody ever tells me, yo, you're doing a great job, you got this, keep going. And I'm not gonna say nobody. There are some people, and most of the people who tell me this are just random people that I've never met before, or that don't really know me personally. So it doesn't hit the same, you know what I mean? Like when someone you really love and trust tells you, yo, you're doing really good, you got this, it hits different than someone who's, you know, random people on the internet saying you're doing amazing. So shout out to all of people who support me and who love my journey and who always encourage me on the internet. And I love you guys, and I love all the supporters too. So my trip to America, I probably have a lot more to say, but I just want to thank my beautiful friend Yvette. I love you so much. You mean so much to me. And I love that our energy is like, we're literally like sisters, like we're both the same. And it's really because we're both Tauruses, I think, because the way we both are just like, we kind of have the same energy when it comes to like everyday life things. So I love you to death, my sister, and I wish you much success on your journey, and I would love to be there with you the entire way. I hope the universe has us planned to be together forever and never part. And yeah, that's my sentiments. Those are my sentiments. Look at how good this fruit looks. It's good. It looks a little too ripe for me. Yeah, I don't like the papaya when it's too ripe because it fucking stinks. Ugh. And I know like each stage of the papaya, each ripeness stage of the papaya holds different properties and different enzymes for your body. And that's why at a certain stage of the papaya, it smells like fucking throw up, because that means it's probably the best for your digestive system. At least I heard. Don't quote me, y'all. I'm not a professional in fruit. But baby, this motherfucker stinks. I already know what it's gonna taste like. It's very ripe. It's beautiful though. I'm gonna eat some of it though. Just because I know it's good for my health. That's the only reason why. See, I'm a person that loves stuff that tastes delicious. I can't be eating stuff that's not delicious. It's too, y'all. No, it's not too bad, but it has that little undertone taste of too damn right. I don't think I could do it. I tried. I might blend it and make it a juice or something. Can't do it. As always, much peace, much love. Look, I done ate my lip print off. I ate my lipstick off. But as always, much peace, much love, much respect, much gratitude. Many blessings, all positive energy to everybody watching. And yeah, it's getting humid. That's how I know it's about to rain. Peace and love, everybody. Until next time.